Hello, everybody. Welcome to another rousing episode of Cryptid Conversations. I'm your host, Brother Blue. With me today are amateur cryptozoologists. Michelle drinks coffee, the bringer of chaos.
Yes, it's true.
The always handsome Torsten. And the mod. What's that say?
Extraordinaire.
The mod
The
of
mod
blue.
of blue.
The mod of blue. Okay.
Yeah, I think he needs it more than. No, actually, I think I'm a close second of who needs moderation, right?
She's just the mod with the most.
Yeah.
The gorgeous Kate is here.
I'm just the mod that keeps him in check.
It is
Yeah.
much appreciated and very much needed, shall I say.
As you can see, we are missing Miss Jasper, and that's because she flew overseas to go see the handsome Torsten down there, and she's currently sleeping off what is known as jet lag / shopping lag,
Jet lag.
Stopping.
Jet lag.
or whatever he put her through. I don't know.
Jet
Um,
lag. Oh, hi, Seth from Middle Earth. One day I'm going to learn
Seth
what
from
the
Middle Earth.
United States is called. I don't know. It's Middle Earth, right? Middle East? No?
No, that's the place we don't want to be.
No. No.
The best part is
Not again.
I'm calling it Middle Earth now, so
I don't
Yay
want to
me.
go back.
yay me.
I've never been there, and I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, trust me, it's not fun. Anyway, except camel spiders when they blow up, they're pretty.
No,
fucking
I don't
cool.
want to talk about camel spiders.
Anyway, all
I was
right.
about to say, just don't.
Continuing on from last week. Wait a minute, before we get into continuing on,
Yes.
how is everybody doing?
This was not a terrible week. I got a lot done. My boss realized how much I actually do when my name was on more than like 4 different things that he didn't know that I did. And I told him that since I do the job of 12 people, I need a raise. Maybe several of them.
I'll agree with that.
Yes.
You need a raise so you can buy more Star Wars stuff.
Actually, I think it's kind of shifted. I don't buy as much Star Wars stuff now because I am just embracing the fact that Halloween is every day if you want it hard enough.
That's a good point.
So, happy Halloween.
And we all know that you want things hard enough, so.
I do want things hard enough.
It's going to be one of those episodes.
Yes. 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 And yes, I know, Seth. I know it's Midwest, but I'm choosing to...
Middle Earth.
It's Middle Earth.
Middle Earth for us.
Yes.
We know what she means when she says Middle Earth. She means
Torsten,
Midwest.
how was your 2-hour wait in the airport? Any fun people watching stories?
I don't like people.
Well, that's an understatement.
Individual persons
I think
I
he's
like.
referring to us.
but
Us as a
people in
group.
groups are stupid.
Yes.
Dizzy, what's up?
And
A large group of people is called
Lakota has found a hoodie that I am going to purchase, and it has CSI on it, and I need it in my life because it stands for Can't Stand Idiots, and I can't stand them. And when you're at an airport, they're idiots.
It's true. It's true.
People forget how to drive at an airport.
But you obtained the best thing at the airport, which was
Oh
Miss
yes,
Jasper.
I obtained the gremlin.
Yes, you have changed the Gremlin. So
Yes.
yay for long flights and
Who
girlfriends who fly across the
brought
sea.
me lots of goodies.
Oh, no.
Yeah, she did.
She brought me American Monster.
Why are you just setting yourself up for these, sir? You're like
Whatever.
throwing
If you
throwing
guys
a
can-
ball up in the air and saying, "Here,
No,
don't hit that."
I have American Monster.
If people could
Yeah.
I
hear the
have
pre-show,
a huge bag of Hershey's chocolate.
Yeah, I bet you did have Hershey's chocolate, but I'm cheek.
if people could hear our pre-show conversations, they'd lose their minds.
Pre-show is
I
going to
have
have
big
to
bag
go
of
on
herpes.
OnlyFans, to be honest. Let's
I'd
not.
like to point something out if possible.
Okay.
I, best idiot. It could be idiot.
Idiot.
Yes.
No,
Yes.
it's
I love
Egypt.
it.
Kate, any fun
Or as
I
Ren would
understand
say, you idiot.
idiot? Yes. Any fun for Miss Kate? Yeah.
I'm detoxing. How's that? I just started today.
I'll
Yes,
allow it.
we'll allow that, even though it sucks.
Yes,
In,
yes and no.
in blue news, evidently my wife likes me enough to give me sharp, stabby things.
What?
Yeah, she
No.
bought me a whole new like knife block set. And like I'm
It's not
super
bad.
excited to use them this weekend.
My knife set comes in a rollable bag because they are fucking fancy.
Ooh.
Well,
Oh, you got
look at you.
You got a nice bag. Those are not cheap.
I have
you seen?
I have Japanese.
I know they're not
Japanese
cheap.
steel blades.
You're
Which
talking to a guy who
Japanese
used to
brand?
work at a butcher
Yes.
shop, you know?
I don't remember what it is because it's in there, but I know what it is.
Do you remember? Do you remember
Uh,
the letter of the brand?
Yeah. Hold on, I'm pulling up a picture of what Matsato.
Ooh,
Oh, okay,
they're a decent
Those
brand.
those are actually. Yeah, it's not one my dad sells though.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah. So fancy knives.
it's
in a rollable-
Matsudo, by the way.
You're Matsudo.
You goddamn right I am. Anyway,
Anyway,
okay.
let's come back to where we
Let's
left
cut-
off last week.
Let's rein it back in. Let's lock it down. Let's talk about what we got to talk about today. So, stemming off of last week's conversation, I know I'm talking with my hands. Leave me alone.
My face.
Okay. Stemming from last week's conversation with myth, lore, legends, and the like, literary depictions
Yeah. Yeah.
of cryptid creatures that people still see today. We had made mention of one thing that I want to bring up right now because it's super clear still in my mind, and I have it popped up right here on my page.
Yes.
The Epic of Gilgamesh.
It's on my list.
All right. Now, there is a character in the Epic of Gilgamesh
Enkidu.
known as Enkidu. Great name.
Yes.
That's my
You
next.
do you too.
My next pet's name is going to be Enkidu.
I'm gonna name my next pet Torsten. I don't know why.
There you go. Okay.
I mean, there
Mildly
is a
psychotic.
Torsten and
And then I'll get a Blue, and then I'll get a Kate, and then I'll get a Jasper. Wait, I need more cats.
actually, did you know Kate in the Irish language is
Me?
cat?
Yes, I did know
Yes.
that.
Okay. Anyway, Enkidu. Gilgamesh is the. Thank you. Gilgamesh is the king of the Uruk, which is a people from Mesopotamia, right? He abuses his people, and in response to the complaints from the citizens, Anu, the supreme god over all the other gods, directs the goddess of fertility, Aru, to create Enkidu. Enkidu is abundantly hairy and primitive. He lives roaming with the herds and grazing and drinking from the rivers with the beasts. One day, a hunter watches Enkidu destroying the traps that he had laid out for animals, and the hunter informs his father who sends him to Uruk to ask Gilgamesh for help. The king sends Samhat, or Shamat, who is a sacred prostitute.
Ooh, fancy.
I like this. There's a reason why I like this story. Sacred prostitute who seduces and teaches Enkidu.
She is sent there to tame him.
Yeah, she's sent there to tame him, right? After 2 weeks with her, he becomes more human-like. He becomes intelligent and his understanding of words. However, the beasts now flee from him when they see him. They no longer trust him and consider him one of their own.
So, like the white rabbit, run away!
Run away!
So,
Shamat convinces Enkidu to face the tyrant Gilgamesh in combat. Meanwhile, the Uruk king, the king has 2 dreams prophesizing the arrival of his new enemy.
and his name was Blue.
And his name was Enkidu.
God damn it.
Bless you.
I do want
Thank you.
to dive in a little bit here. I want to give a little bit of, when you're done with the story, I have things.
Okay. Enkidu begins to learn to behave more like a man. He eats with the shepherds. He drinks with the shepherds. He defends them from wolves and lions at night. And upon reaching the kingdom of Uruk, Enkidu blocks the path of Gilgamesh, who was going to go sleep with a newlywed couple, which was his right as king.
Prima nocta.
Being a king is kind of cool. Anyway,
Good to be a king. I feel like that's from a movie.
it's good to be the king. Anyway,
Honestly, that does sound like what England was doing.
It's
to
Mel
Scottish
Brooks.
people when they just got married.
It's Mel Brooks, The History of the World Part 2.
that's where the word "fuck" comes from. Anyway, here we go. Fornication under the consent of the king. All right, so Enkidu blocks Gilgamesh's way. Enraged, Gilgamesh begins to fight Enkidu, and it's brutal. It's bad at they're breaking shit, they're knocking through walls, because Gilgamesh is like the strongest guy ever. He's almost like akin to Hercules. Hercules.
I'm sorry, I couldn't help it. I can't be serious.
The battle goes on until the 2 end up tired, but at the end, both appreciate each other's strength and decide to become friends. Now, by the way, here we go. Here's the next part of this story. Gilgamesh's mother adopts Enkidu, making him a brother to Gilgamesh. So you have Gilgamesh the king has a adopted brother that was and is essentially a wild man, a large human ape. Now, mind you, the depiction of Enkidu says that he's abundantly hairy. He has a tail that he wraps around himself. He towers over everybody else. Gilgamesh towers over everybody else. Gilgamesh was one of the largest people that they had known at the time. The 2 warriors end up going on many adventures together, and where Gilgamesh starts to falter, Enkidu always has his back and pushes him forward and gives him.
They were an ancient buddy comedy.
They literally became each other's soulmates.
Yeah, super weird.
Real super weird.
Okay.
Honestly,
I mean, it's like when an army and a marine get in a bar and there's a bar fight, the Army guys always got the Marines back. The Marines always got the Army guys back, and they always end up being friends afterwards.
And I bet it was the Space Force's fault. Anyway.
Always.
So I do want to say
Occasionally navies.
There's a lot of, you know, as a former Navy, as a naval veteran, I'm gonna stick. So there is a lot of symbolism and legacy in the Epic of Gilgamesh that I don't want to leave at least unsaid. So Enkidu's death shattered Gilgamesh, sending him on this desperate quest to find the secret of eternal life, because he was not ready to give his brother up. So the symbolism in this is Enkidu represents the natural world and innocence that lives in the natural world. And when he loses his primal connection to the earth and like ultimately dies because of it, it's like the cost of civilization is what we get from that, and the inevitability of mortality. So there is no, cure for death. Everyone is going to die, but that was kind of like the piece to it. And Enkidu as a literary archetype, this
absolutely
embodies the idea of the noble savage.
Yeah,
like
it's the noble savage before white colonization.
Right. It's being doomed by the intrusion of civilization.
Yeah.
So,
because if you think about it, Enkidu, when he was more animal-like, was accepted by the animals. He was accepted by all animals. They respected him. They revered him and looked to him as a brother. And then once he started to speak and break bread with humans, no more. We don't respect you.
He was on my list because, based on what we talked about last week, I stuck with one specific thing. I went with how many creatures in literary pieces, including the Bible. As an atheist, I'm still going to look at everything. I have probably 10 different just one-offs where there are a bunch of things that if you take out what they're called in their literary pieces, they're Bigfoot. They could be a replacement for, if you just take away what they're called, how they're described, it's Bigfoot. So that's the path I went down.
I mean, there's a lot to be said for it. I mean, people can always say that, in a simpler time without technologies, we'd all be, a lot better off. I mean, but then you look at the advancements in medicine and things like that. We wouldn't have such things if we just stayed in the fields.
Truth.
So
I'd like to take that moment and thank the pioneer of technology, Miss Hedley Lamar. Without her genius, we wouldn't be having most of the technology we have today, like Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, etc.
Here. I drink this coffee to her.
Without her, you wouldn't be seeing this podcast. And if you're not seeing this podcast, make sure you do and like, share, and subscribe.
Oh, we don't have Jasper to say it.
I thought it was usually Torsten.
It's usually Torsten who says it, but I decided to take
Torsten,
it over.
Jasper, I believe the if they were in Hollywood, their Hollywood couple name would be Tasper.
Kate, you're absolutely right. By the way,
it's Jorston.
Oh, about the saying.
Yeah, he must have been the inspiration for Saiyans
but which is funny.
Dragon Ball.
As Dizzy reminded me, because I forgot Nintendo had a particular character, but there is Kid. The Kid is Ickis or Ikadu or whatever, and so it's shown up in video games as well, I suppose. But no, honestly, you started talking about the furriness and the tail wrapping around, and I was just thinking of Goku on a bad moon day.
Right? Before he got his tail taken.
Yeah,
Anyway.
and then that sacred prostitute must have helped him with becoming Super Saiyan.
No, Chi-Chi, no! Anyway.
Sacred prostitute.
I love the sacred prostitute portion of that. I think that's just wild. They're like, here's a way to tame them. Send them the best prostitute we got. You know, like not for nothing. I mean,
I wonder who paid her though. Was it like the king who paid her?
I'm just gonna say it.
Was she expecting like payment when she got there? Like, was it COD?
I don't know, but I'm gonna say this about it, and it's true. The right pussy will make the man do anything you want.
True.
Honestly, I feel like
we're getting dangerous here.
Cat. You're talking about Cat.
Anyway.
Hi.
Oh my God.
So can I want to go to
Ronnie is a
we need fake Jesus right now. We need So I prefer when I'm referring to
Taco
Jesus, Jesus, whoever, I prefer my Jesus to be very similar to what you would think of as Obi-Wan Kenobi. Like that's Jesus.
There are actually people who have long-haired Obi-Wan in a picture frames in their houses
I could get my mom
as Jesus Christ.
I guarantee I could get her to do it. Anyway, so there were 4 examples that I was able to locate within biblical scripture that referred to. I'm just going to give you the description. I'm not going to tell you where it's from. Described as a hairy man from birth. The first came out red, all of his body, like a hairy cloak. The creature was allegorically referred to as a wild and primal child, wild in appearance and nature.
Okay.
Larger than the others. Larger than his twin, where the twin was basically perfection. He was the opposite of the twin. So that story is Jacob and Esau.
Okay.
So Esau is the one who was if you look at just the description, bigger than others, hairy, wild, primal, Bigfoot.
I mean, that would be a depiction of Bigfoot in that sense, I believe. Even Cain was bigger than Abel.
Yes. There was lots of stories in the Bible. Like they're always like, if there is a twin situation, there's always like that dichotomy effect where one is the opposite of the other, because I know where I grew up, like twins were considered like the good versus the evil. Like that's where the split. So
I ate mine, so
I have triplet and twin cousins, and like that's the parents, like my grandparents and aunts and uncles, it was always like, one of them has to be good and one of them has to be evil. Like that's the culture. Anyway, so the next one I'm going to read you. You're going to know who it is because I know you guys. Okay. Giants, heroes of old, born of the union of sons of gods and daughters of men, often depicted as enormous, powerful, and terrifying, sometimes monstrous and animalistic, and in some apocryphal writings can be described as wild man ancient archetypes.
Nephilim.
Yes. Next one. Oh, by the way, that was from Genesis 6:4. This one, described as goat demons, hairy, wild creatures associated with desolate places.
Goat man?
Almost. Wild beasts shall meet with hyenas, and they shall call this guy their fellow. Their name in Hebrew, Seirim, literally translates to the hairy ones. Wild, chaotic, wilderness living, hairy, primitive folk. Later Christian texts refer to them as demons.
Okay.
Any guess?
I'll let the others go if they want.
Goat demons should give you a little bit.
My brain does not want to work.
It's okay. I'll tell you. Satyrs. The satyr, the half goat, half man.
Yes.
And then the last one that I was able to find comes from Leviticus.
Ooh, Leviticus.
Yes.
Getting into some old school there.
Yeah.
Can we maybe go back to what the answer was? Because I'm not even familiar with that particular creature.
Oh, a satyr.
A satyr?
Isaiah 13 and
They're part
34 in
they're
the
part
Hebrew
goat, part
Bible.
man.
They're not in the
Mr. Tumnus.
yeah, they're not in the King James.
Thank
Yeah.
you. That's much.
Chronicles of
That's
Narnia.
not a. Yeah, thank you. That's not what I don't remember them being called satyrs. I remember them being called something else. So
Yeah.
that's why I got confused of what the fuck we're talking about. So
Yeah. And then so Leviticus and Book of Enoch refer to this person / wild person as a fallen angel associated with wilderness, corruption, and sin, often imagined as a wild, hairy figure in desolate places, a wilderness dwelling being received almost like a supernatural Bigfoot is how they note this, and is often provided with sacrificial goats to get this person to not do mean things to the town folk. Any guess?
But it's so much fun.
Azazel.
Azazel is a fallen angel. He's not a demon. He's not an angel anymore. He's just a fallen. He's one of the few that missed hell and landed on earth.
Yes, but his description is
Quite different.
Quite different. He's basically like the way that it was described to me was a supernatural Bigfoot.
Yeah.
And then if any of you are familiar with Shakespeare, I do love me some Billy Shakes. The Tempest. Anyone recall the hairy, grotesque person in The Tempest, uncivilized force of some subhuman nature?
I'm trying to
Caliban.
remember.
yes,
Caliban.
I do.
Caliban.
He was also the villain in Clash of the Titans.
Yes. And then there's this one I think Torsten's gonna know. Actually, honestly, I think Kate's gonna know it. Are you familiar with Edmund Spenser's The Fairy Queen, 1590?
No.
Okay. Mort d'Arthur. I have that book. All right. So in both of those books, Arthurian medieval romance areas, 12th to 15th century, they both refer to these things called the woodwoses. Woodwoos.
The what?
Woodwoos. WOODWOSE. Woodwoos.
Okay.
Woodwoos.
Huh?
Woodwoos.
Woodwoos. Okay. They're not always main characters, but they are solitary, hairy, forest bound. They usually don't have any speaking adaptations, but they are always seen as bipedal, larger than humans, solitary, hairy people who live in the forests.
Okay.
And then Grendel, we already talked about last week.
Yeah,
so.
we already talked about
But
Grendel.
those are the ones that I found that literally just had that kind of like Bigfoot feel. I guarantee if I were to dive in and find any other items, I could like pocket them into like the Flatwoods monster or the different dwelling in water beasts. There's so many different monsters
Also,
that could have gone down.
one that you missed from biblical is the bringer of evil, the start of evil on earth, Cain.
Oh yeah, well, Cain.
In part of his recompense for being as evil as he was by killing his brother, God deformed him, not only with the mark of Cain, but also caused him to become more beast-like than human. That's another thing. He's considered to be, and all those that followed him would bear his mark and become one of his brood and be known as the Canaanites. And they would all become monstrous-looking individuals as well. So, like, we're seeing hints of wild myths, hints of different things put into religious text, not only regular story text as well. Kate, by the way, Phil was mentioned as a satyr. He is a satyr.
I remember a different name, but maybe I'm thinking of a different culture too, because again, it wasn't just the Greeks who had
Romans
man
had
half
them.
Roman, Egyptians
But
had them.
you also got to think. You also got to think this too. Greek and Roman histories are very similar in the fact that the Romans just adopted the gods of the old and just renamed them.
Well, don't forget there was also, I don't remember exactly the mythology it was called, but there was that mixture of the Roman and the Egyptian gods that were formed into one when Julius Caesar came over to be friends with Cleopatra.
Yeah.
To unite everybody together and, form as one unity, I guess.
Yeah, Alexander the Great and everything. What was so great about him, huh?
Yeah, so Isis was compared or contrasted with Venus, Horus with Apollo, Osiris with Dionysus, Anubis with Hermes, Thoth with Mercury.
And they all got new names and everything else, and
yeah.
But anyway, getting back on topic here. The depiction of wild men in stories, in history, in biblical senses, and religious texts, and everything like that. You see a great deal of that, and then you could look at what modern day looks at as a Sasquatch, Bigfoot, whatever you want to call it, and you see it in that text.
Yeah.
And it's quite amazing to me because back then they would have just considered them another people. They wouldn't consider them like animals unless, like Enkidu, that's a different thing.
The others from Beyond the Wall. Sorry. I'm on a Game of Thrones reference kick the last couple of days.
Yeah.
I told someone at work yesterday.
I come from beyond the wall.
Yeah, you do. I told someone at work yesterday that if he kept up his bullshit, I was going to come at him with the fury of the old gods and the new. And so they paused, and they're like, "Is that a Game of Thrones reference?" I was like, "You bet it was."
But
that's the second time you've said but
yeah, I know.
Turn that into a drinking game, but
I'm trying to. No, everybody will be
I'm
drunk
just
by the 10 minutes in.
I go grab my whiskey.
I had whiskey. Yes, I Irished up my coffee really good after a tough day at work.
Well, I was great, but I still have to sharpen knives.
I wish I could drink. Damn medications.
Yeah.
Medications be damned. I'm drinking anyway.
I don't want to box my liver. Anyway, already did enough damage back in my 20s.
Anyway,
So as I was saying, we see a lot of depictions of wild men throughout all different forms of writing and lore and myths and legends. And who's to say that they weren't writing about something that they actually encountered, something that was actually around during those times?
or just the folk tales that carried on and everything.
Yeah. A lot of the current stories you actually hear about Sasquatch and Bigfoot, they're brilliant mimics. They can mimic the sound of an owl. They can mimic the sound of a wolf. They can mimic the sounds of bears. They mimic. They can even mimic people every now and again.
That scares the bejesus out of me.
Oh, I was just about to say, how scary would that be when you're randomly hearing someone call for help, or heaven forbid you hear a random baby crying and you're thinking,
let me tell you, that is a lot of the stories that come out of the Bridgewater Triangle.
If I'm ever in the woods
for help that don't lead to anything.
If I'm ever in the woods and I hear somebody go, help, help.
I'm not going.
I ain't going.
I'll
go, I'm going to call 911 and then I'm going to run.
Somebody call 911. Okay, sorry, that was.
Somebody call 911.
I forgot what movie that was from. With the meteors, the where the
Armageddon.
Armageddon. Somebody call
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that was right in New York City, right in the beginning part, and yeah.
They didn't care about the taco cart guy. Cared more about his dog hanging.
I'm telling you, I live in a world of movie quotes. I don't even have a personality anymore.
We all do.
Quotes.
If it's not movie quotes, it's song lyrics.
Yeah. True.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with Taco there. Taco's like, I wouldn't be in the woods to begin with. I get that because you're the token black guy and we'd be screwed.
So my idea of being in the woods is, let's call it woods adjacent. I'll look at it from my fancy 7th floor hotel room with running water and electricity. Like, that's pretty over there. No, I'm not going over there. There are bugs.
So I couldn't get you to come up here to New Jersey, come up to High Point with me and search for Bigfoot.
Okay, with you, yes. With
you. Well, because y'all know me. Y'all know I'm good in the woods.
Wasn't I the one that was, doing pretty good on that hike you took us on? Where someone else was kind of seemed a little out of breath.
Okay, yeah, but I smoked 3 packs a day at that point.
Yeah, so I guarantee.
Give me a break.
Things that I would do, like
hit that store.
Stephosaurus Rex lives next to a cornfield. I would totally hang out in a cornfield just because I would try to summon the demon from Children of the Corn.
No, I'm good.
Why would you do that?
Because I can't be trusted with the Book of the Dead.
Well, we have enough shit going on. You don't need to be summoning no demons.
Yeah, we don't need demons.
Demon with coffee beans in my kitchen the other day. Now Gregor just kind of like hangs out and does stuff.
I love the fact that his name's Gregor.
Gregor, he told me like that was his name, Gregor. He's a low level, maybe like 3rd level demon. He's not like a big guy.
He's a fidget.
He's kind of annoying, to be honest. You know, he makes the coffee a little too strong. He burnt the chicken yesterday.
Oh. Better get on him about that.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I mean,
if we don't have anything else to talk about,
well,
Yeah.
what Kristen got.
Oh, see,
yeah, Torsten.
I didn't get the memo about like the hairy men in history. So I'd already
it was
done.
just kind of like general, like, you know, creatures from literature. I went down the path of hairy
Yeah,
men.
I'm
Michelle and I
I'm
kind of went
keeping
down that
on-
path.
I'm kind of partial to big hairy men. I'm just saying.
I can
Oh.
vouch for that.
I am. I'm keeping on my thing of picking the daddies of mythological creatures. Yeah, the best
Yes,
of the best.
Daddy.
And this week,
Pick them,
the
Daddy.
king
Daddy.
of the fucking canines, Cerberus.
Oh, love it.
Right.
Big dog. All he needs is cuddles.
Cerberus.
No, that's Fang.
No.
Yeah, but no. Fang has to be played music to go to sleep. Cerberus, all you gotta do is go over and go give him good pets, and he'll be your best friend forever.
He's got 3 heads though. He's
I know.
the cutest puppy. Like, how do you even keep up with playing fetch? Like, he could probably play fetch himself.
Could you
And
imagine them
damn
fighting
well-
over a ball?
Oh,
you know damn well one of those heads is Doofy.
Oh, definitely.
There's always that Doofy one.
There's always a doobie squatch.
You know which one? This is my theory. Yeah. Now, I don't. My personal opinion is I do not believe that Cerberus was one dog with 3 heads.
Okay.
I
3
think
dogs with 1 head.
no, it's 3 separate dogs, but people have seen these 3 dogs that just roam around together in close proximity and have made it through time that it's one dog, 3 heads, but they all have their own
like a
personality.
Telephone, like, you know, like the game where you tell people like something and it just goes
Chinese whispers.
Yeah.
Chinese whispers. Yeah, I don't know what it's called. Telephone.
Is that a bit racist?
Whatever.
No,
Anyway.
It's yes and no. Like,
Okay, so
this is my
it's-
opinion.
It's 3 cane corsos all being seen together.
yes.
Yes, but if you're talking about one's a doofy one, it's the one in the frigging middle because he's constantly getting headbutted by the other 2
Yeah.
on the side.
No, that makes the whole.
sense.
By the way,
Look,
That
makes
actually
did
makes
you
sense.
know
You look at it in children. Yeah,
it's always
the middle child of 3 is always the doofus.
middle
Mhm.
child.
Yeah,
Middle child syndrome.
this
Sorry,
is,
I'm older.
Hi.
and
Oldest.
I see it in my triplets. Yeah, the middle one is a doofus. I love the child, but the child is a doofus.
By the way, did you know that the mythological siblings of the Cerberus are the Hydra,
Yes.
the Orthrus, the 2-headed dog called an Orthrus, and the literal version of the Sphinx, the half man, half lion god.
Yeah. Yeah. There's other depictions of Cerberus having snakes coming out and so on and so forth. I do think that's people adding to the scariness of said creature. But my belief is Cerberus wasn't one dog, 3 dogs, 3 very big fecking dogs.
Cane corsos.
I think bigger than that.
One. I want one.
They're big lubbies.
He was
Yeah.
he was like the original dire wolf, but bigger. And one was the Doofy direwolf. Doofy the
Yes.
direwolf. I need a pop. I need a little pop of Doofy the direwolf. Thank you. And please.
Yes. But
My voice is really loud, but I'm kind of fucked
she
up.
guarded the gates of hell, stopped people leaving, and was only ever captured once
By a woman with a
by a
honey
man.
cake.
By a man.
Hercules, Hercules, Hercules.
Hercules it was. In the 12th labor.
Couldn't have been very
Okay,
hard.
in
Just throw a
12th
fucking
labor,
chain
yes.
over him and the two heads
But
knock out the middle one.
In the Aeneid by Virgil, the Cerberus was pacified by a drugged honey cake by Sybil.
Pacified.
Pacified. Okay, so
I want a honey cake.
Not caught.
Can I have a honey cake?
Hercules, or as some people pronounce it, Heracles, took Cerberus out of Hades.
Can I have a honey
Dragged
bun?
It is
that
actually
ass
Heracles.
out of there.
Hercules was a misrepresentation that kind of stuck. So just FYI.
Heracles,
Okay,
yeah.
Whatever. But yes, but that is
You say potato, I say potato, and you know what?
it's potato.
When you throw it in a bowl and mash it, it's the same fucking thing. Who cares? Anyway,
that story, the one in the Aeneid where the honey cake pacifies Cerberus, is where the story of paying the toll to Cerberus comes from to get through the gates of hell.
now I want a honey bun.
Now, you understand, honey cakes was considered a treat that the Fae enjoy.
Now I want a honey bun.
What is a Greek honey cake? Stand by.
You guys are making me fucking hungry now.
They also like angel milk, which is basically honey and milk together. So, yeah.
It is
Anyway.
a ritual or ceremonial cake made with honey, flour, and sometimes spices, offering to the gods of the dead. Sweet, dense, and symbolic, not just a dessert.
Okay, Taco, we're sticking with you. Cerberus has a doofy head.
Yes.
So, yeah, basically, honey cake.
For the Lion King.
Yes, Braxton. Yes.
Yes.
You got the smart one, you got the strong one, and then you got the doofus.
Yep.
Wait, I feel like if Kate is our moderator, we are the three-headed monster. One is doofy, one is smart.
Well, he's already admitted he's doofy up there.
He is doofy. We are Cerberus, and Kate is our handler. Kate is Hades, and we are her Cerberus.
The only reason Kate's the handler is because, well, you know, they're used to dealing with Fae.
Anyway, all right.
But that's what I had this week.
I like that.
I didn't have a lot of time this week between work and
we totally get it.
Yeah.
Between work and getting everything squared away to have Jasper over there and listen, we get it. Okay.
Hold on, I'm doing a little. Doing a little.
Michelle's doing her keyboard magic.
All right, so if we're gonna talk Cerberus, oh hi, so cutie. Sure. So Cerberus can also be matched to a couple of other cryptids. The giant black spectral dogs, like the British and American folklore hellhounds. The guardians, the dog guardians, dogman werewolf type cryptids in North America because they're described as large bipedal canine creatures, mostly predatory and feral. The beast of Gévaudan is on that list of possible connections with Cerberus.
which we talked about in last week's episode. And if you haven't watched that last week's episode, go check it out over in our section labeled Cryptid Conversations podcast episodes.
Let's pull Torsten's Cerberus into things that have been fictionalized into modern pieces. Resident Evil, Cerberus is the name of one of the zombie dogs.
Mm-hmm.
Harry Potter. Fluffy is a three-headed dog that guards the Philosopher's Stone.
Mm-hmm.
And Hercules, the legendary journeys, Percy Jackson, and Hades, the game, all reinterpret Cerberus for a modern audience.
I'd also like to point out that Cerberus was also in the more original God of Wars when he was doing more the Greek side and not the Norse side. You also had to defeat Cerberus in Assassin's Creed Odyssey, which takes place during the time when Spartans were still around.
Spartans.
Yeah, to the point you have an ability in that game called the Spartan Kick, and I'm not gonna lie, there was a satisfaction of kicking someone off of a cliff and saying, "This is Sparta."
This is Sparta.
And the best part, my favorite part of that movie, when he kicked
it's the greatest part of the movie.
Xerxes, when he kicked Xerxes into the black hole.
No, Xerxes. It's one of Xerxes' messengers.
Oh yeah, one of the messengers. All the words, man. Words.
The other best line in that movie is, "Our arrows will blot out the sun, then we'll fight in the shade."
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Great line.
Yeah. Yeah.
But anyway, all right. So, with that being said, we've seen so many depictions of cryptic creatures that we know of as cryptic creatures and people from ancient times saw as actual literary plot devices and or real entities that they have encountered. So, with that being said, here's my general consensus. The past predicts the future. We have seen these things before. We will see these things again.
As a history major, I concur.
I loved history. It was fun.
I know,
Anyway.
right?
Yes.
Why do you think I got the most worthless degree on the planet? Right. I got history with a minor in communications.
What were we going to be? History teachers?
No, fuck, I hate kids. No, I wanted to write history books, but I wanted to write them with like.
Oh, you need like a master's in that.
Sarcasm. Yeah, well, that was my plan until the Navy got in my way. Because
I hope at least if you were going to write history books, you were going to actually write them and not leave crap out that actually happened.
That was my plan.
That's one thing. That's like one pet peeve I have about history. History repeats itself, and if we're not going to teach the actual history of what happened, then what the fuck are we doing?
Okay, so this might be way off topic, but as someone who did study history, the biggest thing that my favorite professor told me my third year was, you have to remember that history is written by the victors.
Yep. Not written by the victors. It's written by the pussies who didn't even have the balls to actually go. That's what.
But when they come back with their yes. But when they come back with their stories of how they defeated their foe, they're telling it from their point of view, not from the point of view of anybody else. So history is told by the victors. So we don't get a full understanding of what happened historically.
But also in that, because when you say history is written by the victors, it drives me insane, because the way that history is taught today, especially when it comes to the Vietnam War, we're painted as we lost. We didn't lose.
Hold please, stand by. What I was trying to get to
we're getting into this.
History was told by the victors. The more you get into the modern era where we have representation of people who tell their stories of those that were there. We have pictures, we have videos, we have all these things. We've gone away from history being told by the victors as history being told by those of us who were watching it. Like the society as a whole is now the bringer of history. We bring
No.
our truth. So, and when you're able to stand back and look at history and look at these things through the lens of everybody's lens is the only place that we're going to get better. So being able to pause and say, okay, I understand my side, but let me try to figure out, let me understand the other sides too. Let me get the whole picture. And this is where I think Kate was trying to go with this, is the whole picture of things that happened is more important than the result.
Well,
How
not
did we
just
get
that.
there? Why did we get there? What were the pieces that we...
Not just that, but also the fact that there's too much, oh, well, this is bad and horrible, and I don't want to talk about this or remember this. So I'm going to leave all of this bad that happened and only talk about the good that happened and pretend that
Whitewashing.
I would love for someone to tell me a nice story that, like, tell me about the Trail of Tears, but make it nice.
because honestly,
you can't.
well,
we have to embrace the things that happened that were bad.
There was actually, what's really sad is when my oldest came and told me about how she learned about Anne Frank. And I'm thinking, oh, okay, I know this tale. And she starts telling me it, and it's like, huh? There was no mention of the Nazis that came and captured her family. There was no mention of the camps or anything. It was just her family got on a train and went to a location, and she died of old age.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
No, we're dangerously.
Oh, we are dangerously close to religion.
Yeah.
And politics
So when
today.
I'm talking about when that's my thing about history is you need to know all of it, the good, the bad, the ugliness of it. Like,
oh, that was a good movie, Good, Bad, the Ugly. Love that one.
I love the spaghetti westerns.
Oh, same.
I love anything with a title that describes me in one sentence.
Excuse me, sir, but you are not ugly.
I'm good and I'm bad. I'm ugly when I fight.
Speaking of spaghetti westerns, I have homework for you guys.
No, I don't fight like that. I fight like this.
He is Doofy Squad. So yeah, that makes complete sense.
Ow. Getting old.
Don't pull a muscle, dude. You're
getting fucking old. That sucks.
Tell me.
Anyway, all right. So moving forward, I think we've beaten this dead horse for 2 episodes.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're good.
Come here.
Come
on.
Thorsten, how long is Jasper going to be over there with you?
She's here until the 1st of September.
What?
Oh, wow.
Fuck, dude.
All right.
I go to.
Yeah, bear in mind, I haven't seen. She hasn't been over here in almost 2 years.
That's a good point.
Has it been that long?
Yeah.
Because she went there last
year. She was here for Christmas, New Year, 23 into 24.
You guys should just get secretly married and just keep her there.
No.
Apply for dual citizenship.
Yeah. Anyway, I go to Halloween Horror Nights the 2nd week of September.
Nice.
Universal, going to the Epic Universe parks.
Okay, well, there will be a weekend coming up soon where I will not be around, so therefore we will not be live.
Yes. Fun.
I'm taking the kiddo and the wife up to Mountain Creek for the weekend. So.
Oh, very nice. Very nice.
Yeah. You know, I'm sorry, but I'm also having like flashbacks to Action Park because because I am that old and I remember Action Park and I remember how the hell did I survive.
So I have a friend who was a lifeguard at Action Park in the 80s.
It was rough. It was rough there. Anyway. All right. With that being said, tune in next week when we discuss other new interesting things that we've come up with over the week.
Yes.
If you're not currently, please like, share, subscribe.
All of those things.
All those things to this episode.
Yes.
Torsten, what are they supposed to do again?
Like, share, subscribe, ding dong that notification bell so you do not miss any of our shows.
Yeah.
And if you have missed any previous shows, please go back and watch them.
Yes, please.
Also enjoy.
They
And
do help
leave
us get
comments.
into the algorithm.
Let's not
What was
forget
that,
about the short videos that were posted.
Yes, short videos are posted in there. We got shorts. We got Jasper's little cryptid corner going on. I'm still working on trying to figure out where the hell I put Kate's file because it's now missing.
I think I
need to
where you put Kate's file.
I don't know where it went. I had it and now it's gone, and now I don't know where it is.
I have 0 left.
Anyway, we're done. We're done at an hour 1. Ladies and gentlemen, join us again next week. Same bad time, same bad channel. And if you can't be good, be bad. If you're going to be bad, at least fucking be good at it. We'll catch you in the next episode.
I intend to be.
Stay awesome. Have a great weekend.
Yeah,
have a great week.
Sir.
And let's say goodbye, everybody.
Bye-bye now.
Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye now. Bye-bye. Bye-bye now.
Weirdo.